Welcome to the temple of Lulu Mystique. Leave your worries at the door. This isn't just a reading, this is a remembrance, a spiritual transmission to uncode what they buried and recode what you were born to be. Whatever resonates is for you. Come holy, come hood, come as you are. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi guys, you're here with Lulu Mystique. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Guys, I have got this message came through very, very strong, and we're just going to get into it. So the first card that I have out is Perseverance, and this feels like a continuation of the last read. A lot to do with tenacity, persistence, and recovery. All right, through a very, I want to say, challenging time. I'm picking up on the energy of white lions. Okay. I'm also picking up the energy of its Lyran kind of vegan energy. It's a fiery but very calm energy, a very strategic energy I'm picking up on, a very I'm crowned and in my era type of energy, that you are standing up for yourself against injustice. Okay, it's bringing out a particular quality in you that is powering you up for your life mission. For some of you, you have realized how much a particular type of energy or force, it's like it has been assigned to you like your shadow through life. Okay, I'm seeing like a roller coaster energy of when you're up, but when you're down, it gets really very testing, very kind of dark. There's a darkness. It's like it wants to chip away at you bit by bit, year by year, decade by decade. Okay, I'm seeing a vision of, you know, the what's it called? It's like, you know, is it a Chinese or Japanese pot that when it cracks and then they put it back together with like a golden kind of cement. This is what I'm seeing, that although they've tried to break you and crack you open for the darkness to overtake, your internal light, which is very golden, mends you back together in a different type of way. Okay, and again, this is kind of leading to your DNA recalibrating. It's alluding to these kind of cosmic energies coming through and always being of assistance to you. But it's like you're walking in a space where you realize that this energy has always been within you. It's within your DNA, and that part of your DNA is now being very, very much activated. Okay, there's something, I want to say, within the past month, okay, where this energy has just been, it's like all the debris in your life is now falling. It's being, what's the word I'm looking for? It's falling away from you, and your pure essence is shining through. We've got star power here, transmission, recall. So for some of you, you've realized certain past lives that you've had, right? You've understood in certain timelines the type of person that you was, the type of healer that you was. You may have been good, you may have been bad. Like, you recognize this because within the human experience, we all want to just say we're good, but there are moments where we are quite bad and treacherous and very calculated, and that's okay, because that shows you your own personal development, your spiritual development, your soul's development through lifetimes. Okay, and sometimes the more you experience is the more empathy you may have to certain situations. It just depends on which side or cycle you are now living through. Okay, but there's a transmission that is happening right now. And again, there is a lot of gold on the table. Okay, I'm also seeing like a lot of avatar energy, like this connection that you have, your energy, your auric field is very much alive and potent right now. Okay, I'm also seeing a jaguar. So cats, there's heavy big cat energy here. Okay, and also I'm feeling like this dragon energy. Fire, a lot of fiery energy. Okay, we've also got quite a lot of moon energy. It's very kind of ethereal, this energy that's coming through. We've got lunar. You've learned how to adapt. Okay, you're going through a completion of a cycle right now. All right, it's almost like I'm seeing the tree of life and you're sitting naked at the base of it. Okay, a true essence of a rebirth, a reborn, a reevaluation, a recalibration. All right, for some of you, I'm picking up that your eating habits have changed. You're not eating as much, but energetically you're feeding yourself. Okay, you're really tapping into the core of who and what you are. And also I'm seeing a lot of forgiveness, and it's a lot of forgiveness for yourself. And again, the same, I just said it, but the card's here: redemption, renew, reprieve. And this is all happening, like, I want to say at the base of the tree of life, but it's almost like the womb of Mother Nature, Gaia, a Gaia awakening. Okay, you're being prepared. For some of you, you may be relocating, okay, in order for you to ascend. For some of you, wherever it is that you are, and I'm saying like home wise, the environment that you are in is not conducive for the spirit that you hold. Okay, for some of you, it may feel like you've outgrown the space that you are in. It's not conducive for you. It's not giving. I think is the best way to say it. It feels almost like a prison where you can't really elevate more than where you are because the environment isn't good. The community is not, it may be very, I don't know what word to use, but it's not as vibrant as you need for you to really kind of spread your wings and fly. I've seen a lot of grey around this area as well. Okay, and you're sitting down and you're actually contemplating. You're releasing quite a lot, and in your own meditations, whether you just speak verbally into the universe, whether you're journaling. For some of you, I know text taken over. It may even be ChatGTP you're talking to, but you're going through this internal swiping and cleansing of what do I need to do to better my situation? Where do I envision myself being? What environment and community do I need to be in to be able to make an impact here? And for some of you, it's almost like I'm seeing the next step you're about to take is going to feel like home. So whether it's a relocation, okay, which, well, basically I am seeing relocation. Whatever environment you're about to go into, Spirit is leading you there because you are part of a missing puzzle for a community. There may be a lot of outreach or community things that are happening spiritually, whether it's like a meditation class or a yoga class or a whatever type of class, but there's something very special and unique that just by you being in the community, you could be even given free classes, you know, but very community based, again, where people can feel united, seen, where they can heal together. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So it's almost like you're gonna, wherever you go, it's almost like you're about to create your own little mecca. Okay, where people are going to find you. So even if you feel that you are a bit behind in life or you're not quite where you want to be, sometimes it's just the environments that we're in. Okay, I'm also seeing attachment. Now this is where the energy kind of gets very personal. Okay, there is a particular type of energy that has been working to very much keep you in a space of scarcity, whether it's emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically. This energy has been attacking your sacral portal, okay? Attacking your ability to create, attacking your ability to be intimate with certain types of people. Just inhibition, okay? And there's been certain cycles in your life where this attachment has accumulated, okay, to the point where, again, you've been in this type of isolation. You've been very defensive with life. You may have all these ideas, but you're not actually like moving forward with them, or you're being attacked in a certain type of way, whether it's been via ex-lovers, ex-friends, family. We know the stories. We see so many different things happening, just nasty people that really want to just like behead and dethrone you for some reason, and you're just trying to survive, right? But this attack has been It's like from the minute you was born, there was an X on your back. Okay. Now, whatever you have been doing, how much work you have been putting into yourself, and I'm literally, again, you have been rewiring your brain. You have been working on your mindset. You have been working on your soul set. I just made that word up. You've been working very deep and internally within yourself, okay? And this energy is being exiled. And what you need to understand is when you're getting rid, almost like an exorcism, of these energies that have been clawing at your energy centers to make you feel like crap all the time, whether it's your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root. When you have had enough and you are making the changes that you need to make, what these energies tend to do is they will throw up the shadows, okay? They get angry, they fight for dear life, right? They will bring up the illusions and the self-sabotaging thoughts of, I don't deserve this. They want to keep you in the same cycle, right? Now, when I speak on these energies and attachments, yes, they can be spiritual, okay? But also, we need to go deep within ourselves, right? And what I mean by this is that parasites, okay? We've got spiritual parasitic energies, but we also have worms and parasites that reside within us, okay? When you're going through a hard time, what are you called to, all right? Do you go back to smoking? Do you go back to drinking? Do you go back to having wild sex with random strangers? We all have our devices that we use, right? At the same time, we have to understand that we are being controlled sometimes by parasitic forces, and these things are so flipping small, whether it's a tapeworm. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, again, we have to take ownership of what we're doing. We can blame it on the spiritual realm for everything, but what are we doing internally? What cycles are we keep on repeating that's allowing these parasites to grow? Are we having or taking herbs, tonics, drinks to get rid of these parasites? Yeah? And sometimes when we're doing this to cleanse our internal realm, again, these parasitic forces will dig their claws in. Right? When you're trying to get rid of them, like I said before, they're going to throw up these illusions, these shadows. It opens up that shadow realm because they don't want to leave, because they're afraid of who and what you're going to be. I don't know how old it is, but there was a video, I think, was it on TED Talk, where there was a guy that literally shows you, I think it was with like bumblebees, how a certain parasite takes over the bee. And it makes the bee so erratic. It takes over the brain, okay? And then the bee starts to act out of character. And we as humans, we experience this too, okay? Are you quick to temper? Do you get angry very quickly? Maybe it's a parasite within you. Are you anxious all the time? This could be a parasite that's feeding off of you being in that state so that it can strengthen while it's weakening you. So when you are cleansing, you have to do it on a physical level as well as a spiritual level, okay? You can't work on one without working on the other, because you're creating an imbalance within yourself, okay? So really take that on board. I can't remember who the person was on TED Talk, but maybe even just out in the world, because everyone's becoming more aware of the parasites that we hold within the human body, okay, via the foods we eat. Whether you need to do a physical and spiritual fast, okay, whether you are just taking fresh juices, not adding any sugar to it, okay, that's your physical fast. The spiritual fast, are you going to be praying or meditating more? Are you going to get up in the morning and do some yoga? Okay, you don't have to go full force and do 50 kg in the gym. You just need to create that alignment within yourself. And like I said to you, when you're moving through this cycle and you're doing these things, these shadows are going to try to scare you and tempt you back into the bullshit cycles that you keep on repeating. Have you noticed that every time, maybe if you're a smoker, every time you try to stop, the minute a certain incident happens within your life, the first thing you want to do is pull back for that cigarette? Yeah? This is the cycle that it likes to keep you in. So you have to have that resiliency within yourself to say, I'm fighting this, okay? And I'm not returning to it. And when these parasites realize that's not working, they may try to throw you down another avenue for you to be codependent on something in order for it to get its fix from you. All right? So really kind of keep a diary. If you're going to take that journey to really do the internal work, it's a lot of work, okay? Now, with this, Spirit is showing you that there will be harmonic resolution, but you have to get rid of what you think is dormant within you. I'm also hearing take time to really cleanse and get to know yourself outside of your attachments, okay? It's like, again, you're growing, you're out there, but it's like you have to go into a hermit mode within yourself to really kind of cleanse yourself, to cleanse your DNA, to get the upgrades that you need and the strength you need, okay, to push forward. And I remember there was a saying that my gran used to tell me, what's bitter for the tongue is sweet for the soul. All right. So I remember growing up, we would drink things from, obviously being from a Caribbean background, we would drink sarsaparilla. We would have to take our bitters and our washout, as we call it. All right. Herbs that include wormwood and senapod and cerasee to clean the blood. All right. These were staples in our household. You had to cleanse. And I do the same thing with my children. All right. Even if it's tamarind juice as well. For kids, like the bitter stuff, it's a lot of resilience around it. But you got to figure out ways to work it in to clean the body. Imagine a lot of us are all right to insure our phones and our cars and MOT this and get this checked out on a yearly basis. But what are we doing for ourselves, for our body, for our mind? Okay. Sometimes you just have to take a detox. Right. Now, with this, like I said, when you are cleansing, you're going to have a wave of emotions. You're going to probably experience brain fog. You're going to feel very irritated, agitated. It's because these parasites are no longer being fed. And you have to be easy and gentle with yourself and understand the process. It's withdrawal. Okay, these parasites within you are withdrawing and they're going to send you a little bit haywire until you find that harmonic resolution. So whether it's listening to meditation music just so that you can keep that kind of Zen posture within yourself, if you're fasting, they're going to encourage you. You're going to feel a hunger that you've never felt before simply because you're fasting. These parasites are very intelligent, okay? You may fast for 2 days and then you're like, I can't take this no more. Right, I need to go and order in my favorite takeout food, greasy. You tend to have these unquestionable cravings for shit that you just probably don't even eat on a regular basis because they want to gain that control over you. Okay, so this is very important to understand and to fight through it anyway. All right. With this, well, if you manage to get to this point, there's going to be such a higher perspective that comes in. I remember once when I did a fast, and I think I did a fruit fast, and the connection that I experienced, the awareness, I can even say my psychic abilities heightened in a way that actually scared me a bit. And I was like, whoa, I need to slow this down. Okay, so take heed in your body, respond to what your body needs. And when I said, no, forget that. Respond to what your soul needs from you. Okay, because like I said, sometimes our bodies are being manipulated by these type of forces and we are so unaware of it. All right. So yeah, you're going to have it's almost going to be like having out of body experiences in your awoken state. Okay. When you start to really realize how much food and bad things are in control of us. Okay. But by doing this, you will have a heightened perspective. You'll start to see things differently. You'll start to understand things differently. And the way that you move in the world will be so much different. And with this, I'm going to say you're going to be glowing. Okay, it's literally like you're going to be kissed by the sun. You are going to be looking like a golden being, because I know that's something that I've experienced. You're going to have like this enchantment about you because you are in your most natural, rawest state. You're not being manipulated by these parasitic forces, because remember the saying, as within, so without. So if we're full of parasites, okay, and then we're feeling like we're being spiritually attacked by parasitic forces, it's being drawn to what is already within you. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. We want to blame it on my ex-partner this, or that person this, and that person that. But really, it's an internal job. We've got to fix what's within. And they say you attract what's within you already to a certain extent, because that is not always the case. So we have to be very balanced in our perspective here. But the cleaner your vessel, the easier it is for you to move through this life. The more backed up your system is, it's the more bullshit that's going to happen. Does that make sense, guys? Right? So as well, while you're going through this, I want to say internal cleanup, you have an alliance of all of these ancestors, whether it's, I call, you see, like your immediate ancestors, like your root ancestors. That's granny that may have passed, or granddad that passed away, or the elders. And then you got your cosmic, the angels, the star beings, put it that way. They are all imparting wisdom into you. Or some of them are trying, but once again, because the system, your body, your gut, your brain, your heart, your womb, your testes are so backed up with bullshit, it's like you're not active. What they're telling me to tell you is your Wi-Fi isn't as fast as you think it is. You're like on a modem, like a dial-up internet connection, and you shouldn't be on that low frequency. It should be like instant fast access, like Wi-Fi is. Okay, so they're like, clean yourself up so that we can really impart our wisdom into you in a way that the messages don't come out muddled up when you receive them. Because sometimes we're getting these downloads, but because our systems are backed up, it's coming out distorted. We're not understanding the message that our ancestors are giving us. So they want you to clean up. Take it. It's not going to happen in a day. It's not even going to happen in a month. It has to be almost, I'm hearing, like a lifestyle change, okay, for you to really be at your most potent that you have ever been, okay, because they're all waiting. And it's, again, this lion energy that came out in the beginning. We've got like a second white lion here. We've got a white unicorn. These are very cosmic, ancient energies that really want to show you something, okay, but they can't access you how they need to at this moment in time. All right. And then again, we've got this energy of Archangel Gabriel, very much a healing energy, an enlightenment. You're going to have a level of mastery. You have it. You've got it. You have to activate it, is what I'm hearing. It's already there, but there are certain lifestyle choices you're making, and sometimes it's no fault of our own. It's what's been passed down through our families. It's what's within our cultures, that we've been taught to eat a certain type of way. And I think the biggest con that we've had is that we have to have breakfast, lunch and dinner. You eat when you're hungry, as far as I'm concerned. You don't have to be assigned when to eat. Okay, this is all this, again, the system telling us what we're supposed to be doing. And for some of you, I'm hearing, you may need to look at Plato's analogy of the cave, which is kind of, so to speak, what the Matrix is based off of. All right, of how they capture humanity. Right, it's almost like I'm also seeing this vision of like when a bird gives birth, or the eggs hatch, and you're caught in the nest, and you've got the mama bird or the papa bird that goes out and finds the food, and they've got a I don't know, because they don't have teeth, but catch my drift. It's like they've got to chew it and then vomit it into their child's mouth. It's like that's what the system's been doing to us. It's been force feeding us a false analogy of how we're meant to be as human beings, which is why a lot of us are deactivated from the power that we actually have within. Okay, we are more powerful than we know. We are the life source of this planet, so to speak. We're like walking batteries, but most of us haven't been charged up in the right way. We're not in nature enough. We're not eating in accordance to the seasons. There's certain foods we're supposed to be eating in certain seasons, but everything is at convenience. You can go to the store and pick up chicken. You can pick up anything you want. Yeah, and then even when you look into these stores, 95% of the stuff they package up isn't even real food. It's not even real food. Okay, for some of you, I'm being guided to share with you. There's a book called Nutricide by Dr. Layla Africa, where it shows you everyone's got their different perspectives, but Dr. Layla Africa, you've got Dr. Sabi, even what's his name? Is it Dr. Morse? Where they speak on the human body and certain type of foods and what type of where we get our nutrients from. But I also have to bear in mind, as much as they speak on veganism or alkaline foods, and some people will take it as far as being a fruitarian. Okay, there are some of us, we don't know, but some of us are meat eaters. Okay, but it's how you do it in a certain balance. Because my thing is, I've done the whole vegan stuff. I've done the whole raw food type of living. I've done it all. And sometimes you just want to enjoy yourself. It's human nature. Sometimes you just want to eat a fucking steak and that's it, and a glass of wine. But something that's missing from a lot of cultures is that our foremothers and fathers cleanse the body, like what I'm speaking of, cleansing of the parasites. Okay, there are sacred moments within humans where there are certain ceremonies that we have. Okay, whether it was the month of harvest, there were celebrations. We would pray and give thanks to the universe for the blessings it's given to us, okay, by the type of food that we could yield at that time. We don't have that. We are so disconnected from nature because of giant corporations just wanting to capitalize. And it's like we have to get back to the roots. We have to get back to the basics, okay? So there's going to be a level of self-mastery within yourself when you tune into your own kind of biological clock of what is right for your DNA, okay? Because what's good for me might not be good for you, which is why sometimes promoting health stuff isn't always... You have to learn your own body. Just like for some of us, we're lactose intolerant and some of us aren't. Why? Why does that happen? We don't know. So you have to get in tune with yourself, okay, rather than just going by the latest fad of what this one's saying to do, and learn your body. Follow a certain type of diet. Does this work for me? Yes or no? No? All right. Can I adapt it? Can I take something from Sabi? Can I take something from Dr. Morse? Can I take something from Dr. Layla Africa? Or whatever professional you may be following. If you was to mix and merge their principles in a certain way, is it conducive for your being? Okay, and these are the things we have to do, because sometimes you see people, they go vegan and then they're so malnourished. But again, the quality of the food, the soil where this food is being grown, it's like this planet is slowly breaking down. Okay, right. I feel like I've been on a tangent about health, but this is important because these are the things that are overlooked sometimes in spirituality, and we always want to outsource our rage and anger and our disappointments and our letdowns onto external things and beings, and by that we're empowering the bullshit. We're empowering an energy to keep on attacking us, and sometimes you've got to cut it off and let it bleed. You've got to starve it, And that's why fasting is so good. So we've got belief systems that have come out, and learning to nurture. So what old belief systems do you have about your spiritual and physical hygiene that you need to now kind of put under scrutiny and say, this ain't working for me anymore? Yeah? You're going to have to learn to nurture your way. Nurture your way. Nurture yourself your way. What's good for me? What isn't? Again, scrutinize what we've been taught about ourselves. Really learning to connect in, taking our spiritual messages seriously, okay? And again, also using discernment, because we can get messages from the wrong type of beings. We've got the Lemurian era here, so I'm seeing very much high priestess energy, learning to call your power back. I'm hearing the word witch, learning to heal yourself, okay? And that is what the world is scared of. Once you learn how to heal yourself, learn the herbs that you need to keep yourself on track, to keep your energy centers activated, okay? And again, once you're learning your body and learning to get rid of these attachments, okay, your mindset, your soul set's going to change. You're not going to see anything as a scarcity. You're going to be empowered in a different type of way. And from this, again, the vegan energy has come out. Initiation and ceremony. It will give you renewed hope. And you'll realize how much that energy, by low vibrational, whether it's food or the parasites that you're holding onto and nursing like they're your babies, okay, your sickness, any sicknesses you have, when you start to starve the sickness of what you're feeding it, it has no option but to die and shrivel up, okay? So for example, even though I've been gone for a long time, see, when I'm channeling, it's like words just pop out and I have to really kind of capture myself. I suffer with sciatica, and it got really bad to the point where I was being told, I'm still very much quite young, okay, I'm just going to say that, but they were they were saying that I was developing osteoporosis, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm not even 40 yet. What the hell is this? I know that to be like an old people kind of sickness, and I was like, I've allowed a certain type of. I haven't been strict with my diet. I know I've been eating sugar for some reason. There was a moment where I don't normally eat sweets. That's all I wanted, sugar, energy drinks. I was like, this isn't me, and I've had to detox from that. And the minute I started to detox and I've cut the sugar out, I'm not having those problems anymore. It would be to a point where walking, even just down the road, I'd be in such agonizing pain, and I would be popping ibuprofen and cocodamol like they were sweets. Okay, so I know what I know. Sometimes just being human, you just want to let it all go. But it's so important to know your body. Okay, so anyway, back to the point. The more you are getting in tune with yourself, you've got initiation and ceremony. Okay, and again, that vegan energy, that Lyran energy, and renewed hope. They've also got masculine principles, and this is a Lyran energy of the past. Oh, okay, damn. What I'm also seeing here, we've got the Lemurian energy that came out, and it's got a picture of like a priestess, which is where that kind of witchy vibe, high priestess, high energy healing has. I'm picking up on a past masculine principle, and I'm seeing two different kind of energy points here, whereby you was very powerful in a past life that you had, okay, and you was birthing a lot of, I want to say, new paradigms to healing, or you was merging different types of healing that created a very unique entry point, something that had never really been seen before. And for some of you in your dreams, you're picking up on this energy, and you're like, I've never seen or heard of this. Like, you may even research it online to see if anyone else is teaching this type of method, and it's nowhere to be seen. So it's giving you second doubts as to whether you should create what you're about to create with the little, golden nuggets the ancestors are giving you. But this masculine principle that's come out is showing the first energy I'm picking up on was you was working alongside a masculine energy in a past life, right? And this masculine energy was a very powerful energy too. It's almost giving like power couple vibes. But as the female and being more intuitive, this person got highly jealous, and they wanted to capitalize off of you, almost to a point where it was like they wanted to enslave you to do the healing work for the masses, but they were treating you quite shitty. All right. And you broke away from it. And it feels as though it's like this energy, this masculine energy principle is the principle that's been following you. So it's like every time you're feeling powerful enough, right, to share the true essence of your gifts. Because some of you you're putting yourself out there, but you're not giving it your all, because you're afraid to be seen, because that kind of ancestral echo through your bloodline of, if I'm seen too much, or if the wrong people find me, because a lot of these kind of energies come in very charming and fair seeming, it's like your bones and your DNA remember what you've been through. This is why you don't push yourself to be out there, because you don't want to attract the same kind of cycle that's happened in your past lives, right? But then on the flip side of it, there's another energy here where this could have been a lifetime before or even after this, where you've had a masculine principle that has come in and has actually helped you to build and develop something very powerful, and it was very much love. Okay, so it's like this person was on the same wavelength of you. You was the intuitive healer, and he was your divine protector. Like, my man would be taking off heads for you. Like, that's my baby girl. Don't even try a thing with her. Right? So it's like, for some of you, you're feeling both of these energies, and it can be confusing, because it's like you want to let people in, but at the same time you don't, because you're not 100% sure as to whether it's the right energy for you. However, Spirit is saying be open, okay? Because you just never know. Like, sometimes we are going to stumble across bad people, and that's okay. It's a learning curve. It will tighten up your discernment in order to know who's for you and who's not, all right? But then there is a principle here that is your counterpart, that will actually, you work together, and there's going to be something that you both birth together, where there's deep grid work that needs the masculine and the feminine polarity, the masculine and feminine energy. And I'm seeing grid work, whether it's with crystals, whether it's with the ley lines of the planet. There is something that your energies need to meet and come together in this lifetime in order to help heal a particular collective. And I'm seeing that there's a collective that is very rare. It's almost like why do you have to say it like that? Okay, Spirit is saying, like, almost like an endangered species on this planet, right? A very rare collective, and you are the female principle, or you could be the male principle, and you need the opposite. So you need your female, or you may need your male counterpart. It's that whole principle of divide and conquer. Like, the longer you stay away from each other, it's not that the weaker you get, but I don't know if this is making sense. It's like you guys have to come together to lay down the foundation and almost like a safe haven for a very unique collective. Okay, and again, it's taking it back. I'm seeing the Lyran energy, the Vega, and I'm also seeing the Sirius star system, Dogon type of energy, readers of the stars, readers of the just the energy, the cosmic energy, because you are very deeply connected to so many different star systems that you're unaware of it. Okay. And they all reach out to you. And sometimes when you're going to sleep and you're dreaming, and sometimes you're traveling. For some of you, in your dreams, you're traveling to certain systems and actually helping them to rebuild. You're imparting wisdom there. You're teaching the younger beings on those planets or those energy fields, those star systems. There's something so special and unique about your soul. But then when you come back into your human body, because of the circumstances around you, it's like you're playing small fish. You're big fish in a small pond, baby. Like, you need to, really kind of home into that. And I feel like this is why Spirit has made this reading so much more about cleansing your temple, your body temple. All right. Is there anything else, please, Spirit? Oh, yeah. Okay, we've got logic and reason here. Can you give me more? Oh, that one fell. Yeah. We've got conservative attachments and linear thinking, logic and reason. This is drawing me back to the first male principle that I was speaking about, this one that literally tore you down. And it's like, this energy's sticky and nasty. So the first energy that came up, it's like it really wanted you. As an intuitive being, we know that our thoughts, patterns, cycles, they're not linear. It's very much kind of all over the place, right? And this principle wanted you to be very, it's like they wanted to put their brain in your brain, so you think like them, you act like them, you move like them, you talk like them, but that was never your nature. Okay, so they really charmed you and put on a show. And the energy it's showing me was, when they first came around you in this lifetime, they copied you. They moved and flowed like you in order to draw you in. Then once you got drawn in, right, that's when they wanted to kind of whip you up into shape and make you like them, which it's almost, it dimmed your light. And they would use a lot of logic and reason as to how and why you should be this way, because aesthetically you had to look like this and you had to do it their way, because it was like a manufacturing of your energy. And the conservative attachment, this is the second time attachment has come out. Yeah. They wanted you bound. This was like spiritual slavery. Like they wanted you to be a battery force for their bullshit, basically, is what I'm hearing. And it frightened you. And this is why it's almost like it's encoded in you. But this is the same encoding that you are now decoding, so that it doesn't mess with you. Okay, and for me, I'm feeling this is why we've got so much, this collaboration, this alliance of your star family, your root family are coming together to really help you with this, because they're realizing how detrimental this energy has been and how much it's been following you through your lifetimes. Okay, and they're recognizing it. And there's one, it's like an elder woman who you are very much similar to. Okay, an ancestor I'm speaking. And she realized it, but she wasn't in a position to kind of like be the David and Goliath that she needed to be to slay down this energy. So this female ancestor is really putting in the work on the spiritual side to keep and to help keep you in alignment to what you need to do to better yourself right now. Okay, and sometimes where it feels like things have been stuck or things are on pause in your life, it's so that you can, it's giving you, although it's hard, it's like it's giving you a window, okay, to just focus on you and change what you need to change, so that when the wheels start to be in motion, you're not scrambling or trying to catch up to yourself, you're prepared. Preparation is the word, right? Now, we've got the seeds of polarity and the pulse of life here. So you've got the galactic core. So I'm seeing this image of like your umbilical cord being plugged back in to the core of the earth. Okay. And you're being fed. You're being fed by the elements. Okay. I'm seeing fire. I'm seeing air, the elements, water. It's all coming through. And especially in the water, it's more potent than like amniotic fluid. Okay, it's really going to power you up. Spiritual sovereignty. For some of you, it's like you are supposed to be in a priesthood. Or maybe this is like the past life energy coming through, like high priestess energy, high priest energy. Okay? And it's like you're recognizing that this is you and it's a part of you. And it's like you're trying to merge it into this day and time, because obviously like high priests and priesthoods or sacred societies, they're not really about it seems to be if you know, you know. And the way the world is right now, like secret or sacred societies seem to be quite, you know, demonic. That's how things are being shown. But it's almost like you're here to show the balance and create something, whether it's a priesthood for, you know, and really give people the right spiritual information that's needed, not the things that are going to keep people in bondage. You're coming to undo the bullshit, basically. But before you can do that, you have to undo, you know, the things that have been holding you back. Okay, the things that have been passed on through the DNA, spiritual DNA, the physical DNA. Okay, the fear, the abandonment, the treachery that's happened. The what's the word? Oh, why am I losing my words? The double play that people have put on you. The, what's the word? Oh my God, why is this happening? You know what I mean. Right, we've also got return the favor, and we've got healing, crisis, and purge. So again, going back to what I was saying in regards to how these parasite and these parasitic forces work, it's going to feel like a healing crisis, but you need to hold the faith, be strong, and purge it out. And yeah, you're the missing link right now. You're the missing link. You're the bridge between the past and what the future can be. And building a sacred society where people can really speak about their spiritual experiences without feeling like, you know, you're too woo-woo, or do you know what, you're schizophrenic, or you know what, you've got mental health issues. No, it's not that at all. You are linked in. You are in a totally different space. There are gifts that you have, but because the modern world doesn't want to acknowledge that, they'll slap a label on it and medicate you up, you know. But for some of you, you're going to be creating these environments where people can really speak about their experiences without feeling jaded, without feeling like they're being looked down on, without them feeling like they're crazy. And it says here, yeah, number 1, beyond wisdom, you are a founder. Okay, so whatever it is you're doing, yeah, you're going to be the change. Andromedan energy here, Andromeda. You're going to be creating. It's a time. It's like the universe is clicking something within you. Yeah, creative communication. I'm seeing a lot of art. So you could even be doing like a spiritual art space where people can even, if they don't have the capacity to speak their experiences, they can draw it. Like what kids do. If they can't explain something, they draw pictures on it and then you decode it, right? So something within your heart space is really clicking, and you're recognizing the changes that you have to make, all right, in order to, like, I'm seeing like this rainbow energy. You just have this rainbow energy that wherever you go, you just spread love, and you have grace, you have empathy, you have integrity, and people love that because you're real and you show up to the environments and for the people who need you. So your way showing. We've got the serious energy here, okay? It's like it's almost feeling like where you felt that you was on like I want to say a biological clock, right? Where you feel like you had to have certain things in certain places by a certain age. But life is showing you you're right on time, and trust your heart. I'm also seeing like your heart is your compass, and it will guide you to where you need to be, and you are always safe, but you have to believe that, okay? What else, please, Spirit? This is a very long read. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Yeah, the power of sound. So again, this energy, the power of sound it's going back to that masculine, that negative masculine energy. Words, something about maybe the way they spoke to you in that past life, the degradation, if that's the right word. That echoed within the cavity of your soul, your spirit, and you're learning right now how to dismantle that. Yeah, they abandoned you, and that's an energy that you have been walking around with. It's a scar that you have, whether you recognize it or not, okay? But yeah, okay. So they, again, maybe this is something that you're experiencing in your present life, where these people would slander your name. They would use you for your resources, your energy, okay? And then when you kind of clocked onto it or tried to escape, they would slander your name that you wasn't even recognizable to the people who knew you. And people would start to kind of look at you and side eye you like, some of them would be like, that's not the person that I know. But how tenacious this person was in speaking down to you, that people started to believe it. And it left a wound of abandonment on your spirit, on your soul. And this is, again, why it's so good to cleanse, okay? So you can free yourself from that. Because you've got a home beacon coming. And I'm seeing a lot of fish energy. And in the Caribbean culture, fish mean pregnancy, baby, I'll come. But this is you rebirthing yourself. This is you tapping into you, Okay, and the Pleiadian energies come out as well, so blind enthusiasm. So it's like no matter what's happening to the left of you or to the right of you, you're enthusiastic about your life, your mission, your principles, your healing, okay, your diet, your mindset, your soul set. You have to be enthusiastic for you, and don't worry about, I'm hearing little Kim, no matter what people say, and we gotta believe in yourself, right? And here, seeing the one. Do I need to say any more? Yeah. Seeing the one. You are deeply connected to the origins of this planet. You, like I said, that dying or endangered spiritual being. You've got unfinished business here, and spirit is really, I'm seeing like a lot of like my DNA kind of coming through in cells. Unfinished business. You're here for a purpose. There's something you're supposed to be building. You are, quote unquote, the one of this timeline, of your bloodline. You are the one. Okay, so you can't allow these energies to hold you captive anymore. Okay, yeah. Spirit is the card arrogance came out, so it's like you have to, it's, you know, like people say sometimes you just got to be a bit delusional, okay, but in a good way to get the work done. It's like you're gonna have to walk around with that kind of delusional, like I'm gonna do this no matter what happens, I don't care. My dad always said to me, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You have to believe in yourself. Obviously not arrogant to the point that you're well, the word I want to use is so bad, but you're an asshole, okay? But believe in yourself. You have to have that kind of energy about you. In the past, and maybe this is something that you've been working on, is rejecting emotion, okay? Like you've numbed yourself. You've numbed yourself out. And again, these parasitic forces that I've been speaking about, that's what they do. And then when you stop, they rear their ugly head because they want you to be in that position where you're self-numbing and you're not feeling. But as a healer, you're supposed to feel. And if you're doing anything to numb yourself from feeling, then you're not being, babes. You have to be able to feel it, transmute it, alchemize it, and allow it to power you into your greatness. Yeah. We've got a card here that says saving humanity in a past life on Sirius. Okay, and it's like, again, this is part of your unfinished business, but you have to put yourself first. You can't be doing and you can't be following these patterns. And again, I'm also seeing it on the flip side where you have to reject the emotions of these parasites because they really do feed off of you giving a fuck, basically. Okay, so you have to reject that emotion of cravings. You have to reject the mental acrobats it puts you through. Okay, and again, even with this arrogant energy, I'm also seeing it on this side of this horrible masculine energy of a past life, like the arrogance to think that they could control you. And it's not, do you know what I'm hearing? It's not even like it's a spiritual contract. It's just like they're hunting you down for no reason. And right now they're in a space of sheer and utter desperation and disbelief that you are finally cutting the cord of it. You've been working on this for a long time, but it's like you would try to sever the cord, but there was just this one little thread, you know, and I want to say it's almost like invisible to the human eye, but there was this one little thread where they could always hook themselves back into you. And this time you're like, nah, I'm not doing it. You're having a full mental transformation. And this is what they hate. Anything else, please, Spirit? Oh, yeah. The fact that you're embracing family, and families actually, certain family members are stepping up for you. And no matter what you're experiencing, like even if you have children, you're being there for them. And yeah, sense of community, again, association of worlds. Okay, and we've got that card out earlier, the alliance, right? So physical family, spiritual family, like everyone. It's almost like they've put you, you know, like in Avatar, where they've got the tree and everyone is touching everyone. Everyone's connected. And this is the energy that I'm getting. You are being powered up by unseen forces for the greatest good of you. And you are the one that's connecting to Mother Earth. We had the Tree of Life energy earlier on. And then not too long ago, there was like the energy I was seeing was like an umbilical cord that you're attached to the core of the earth. So yeah, Spirit is saying, although you feel homesick, because sometimes you don't always feel like you're here for a reason, and you're not here alone. Although the family, the cosmic family, the ancestors are not physical beings, they are very much around you, in you, a part of your day to day. So just keep on pushing, even on the days where it may feel a bit harder than others, okay? And then we've got here, delusion of control. So this negative energy, yeah, they're feeling emptiness. They're realizing the control they once had, it doesn't exist anymore. And it's funny how the card is a 36. The delusion of control is 36, 9. And then we've got emptiness, which is 108, which is 9. So it's the end of a cycle. And then your devotion to service. Oh my God, the amount of cards that just flipped out. We've got devotion to service, open contact, okay, protectiveness, and sharing cultural ideas. So while they're battling themselves now, you're here progressing, moving forward, and realizing that, you know, you're about to be where you're supposed to be, okay? But don't feed in to this negative energy, this masculine polarity, okay? This past life person that's trying to keep you on this hamster wheel is what I'm hearing. And for some of you females, it's like, even in maybe relationships you've had in this lifetime, it feels like the same fucking energy in different people, and you're so confused that even for some of you, you may be like, yeah, I'm just so fucking done with men, or I'm done with love because this is bullshit. No, babes, this has been this energy that's been seeking you out. But now that you are aware of it and it's being severed, okay, you're going to see what real love looks like, what real partnership looks like. Because remember, we had this negative masculine energy, but there was also a positive one, okay, that came to help you build, for you lot to have that real essence of connection, partnership, love, okay, real power couple vibes. But this negative energy has been trying to stay, like, you know, center stage in your life so that you would repel. Because if you're in that low vibrational energy and you're battling this energy all the time, when the right person comes along, if that energy is still there, you're going to repel it. And that's what it wants. It wants to keep you in isolation. It wants to keep you feeling like, you know, you're desperate, and so that it can just transform into another person and you're in the same cycle. Right? So sever the contact, do the cleanses, the detoxes you need to do spiritually, emotionally, physically. Cleanse your heart space, pour love into yourself, pleasure yourself if you have to. There's no harm in that. Okay? Know what you like for you. All right? And then you start to see again, because whatever you're doing on the inside of you will start to attract it like a magnet. All right? We've got complete surrender as well. We've got coming full circle, and then we've got paradox. Can I get more on paradox, please? Common ground. Okay, one more. I'm seeing you completely surrendering to your gifts, but this negative energy it's coming to complete surrender, because now it's realizing it doesn't have any control. Yeah, it has no more control over you, and it's pissed. But I'm seeing a beautiful being coming through to you, and because you surrendered to that past life and that cycle of calm, I don't even want to use the word karma, because it's like, what the fuck? You as a high priestess on your throne doing your thing, and then this MF decided to come in and fuck with you. So karma for them, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing. It's making me really angry, because it's like, you was just queening it. You was just doing your thing. And then this person's come along and just tried to dismantle you, dethrone you. And then it's echoed with you through every reincarnation that you've had. And then you've had to figure out ways to fight it. And in certain past lives, you know, that same energy came, and, you know, it ended up in really horrible situations for yourself. But now you're stepping in your power. You are realizing you are both light and dark. And there's a side of you that, as much as you're peace, love and light, if somebody wants to try you, it's like, let's go. Because you're not afraid of your shadow. You're not afraid of the darkness. You're not afraid to protect yourself anymore. Okay? And that's you realizing that, you know, being too nice, it's not a good thing. But also you can't be in your shadow, in your darkness all the time. So it's like, yeah, you are a walking paradox at the moment, you know. But this energy, there is a beautiful energy coming in for you. And this is someone that is very, I want to say similar. Ooh, I'm seeing seductions come out. Hello. Okay. Very similar. They've got good intentions towards you as well. Okay. They may be on the same path as you, or they may not. Because sometimes, you know, like doesn't always attract like. Sometimes it's your total opposite. This person's got good intentions towards you. They've got generosity in a way that you have never experienced. I'm picking up an energy that whatever relationship that you have been in, you've always been the one to outpour. You've been the giver and you've never really received. But this person wants to come in and it's like they want to give you the whole world and more. They really want to love up on you. Dreamtime awakening. For some of you, you've probably experienced this energy in your dream state. This person, it's like you find each other in your dreams. You share times together. You wake up. You can smell them. You're just waiting for them to enter your physical realm. So spirit, their ancestors and your ancestors, they're making sure that you guys are doing the work you need to do so that when you come together, it's no bullshit. This is like that. You know, that's my baby. For some of you, this person may be the one you marry, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Anything else, please, Spirit? And it's not giving knight in shining armor vibes. This is giving like foundational love, respect, honesty, trust, building together, enjoying life, being able to be big kids together. Sharing your dreams, sharing even what you're scared of, with no, they're not going to use it against you. If anything, it will bring you together to help heal the masculine and feminine principles for your particular tribe. It's funny, I'm seeing the originals like Haley and the alpha, I can't remember what his name was, the alpha wolf, and how much he was, you know, I know their coming together wasn't romantic to begin with. Okay, it was about protecting the bloodline. Self-sacrifice has come out. He will sacrifice a lot for you. Just like what's his name? I can't remember his name. He sacrificed for her. And then when she realized the type of man he was, she was catching feelings. But then she had that fucking madman, Nick Klaus, around. That even though he didn't want her, he wanted her. I mean, you could even look at it, yeah. We've got the feminine principle that's come out. This guy will sacrifice for you, and not to the point to his own detriment, but to make sure that you're taken care of and that you can remain in your feminine. Yeah, you guys will be a mirror reflection of each other, and he will not be like a single-minded focus of it's about me and what I can do. He's not going to want to be one of those men that wants you to just give up your livelihood because you have to be the wife. He will empower you to be the best version of you in business, in love, in life in general. Anything else, please, Spirit? Yeah. He will take away your survival fears. If you've always had to be in survival mode, he's coming to show you how to relax in that feminine principle. Yeah, forgiveness and gratitude and graduation. So it feels like being with this person is going to show you a new outlook on love and life and what it really means to be in a connection. I'm hearing like once in a lifetime, and by finding that kind of mirror reflection of the love that you have and you receive it, and it's going to be a wonderful, I'm seeing like the wheel of fortune happening for you, and it will allow your souls to transcend and graduate from this earth, you know. Yeah, holographic healings come out and living in the now. So make sure you're doing what you need to do in the now, and because everything you're doing now is literally building your future. So if you're not healing, you're going to be stuck in the now, which is kind of like the past. But if you're doing things that you know will better you for tomorrow, you're building your future. So you're in the now, but you're building your future. So bear that in mind. And make sure you're not just doing it for show. Yeah, progressive desires is here. And there's a lot of butterfly energy. Spirit says, let go of the guilt of what was. Let it be. Let it be. Let it go. Doesn't serve you anymore. It only keeps you broken. It breaks you even further. And it doesn't allow you to really transcend and ascend to the being that you're supposed to be if you're worrying all the time. Okay, and again, this is those parasitic forces that just want to keep you bound so they can be in control. You got to control your destiny. Deep polarity. Yeah. Anything else, please, Spirit? Secrecy. Yeah, leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Also, some of the things that you're working on, make sure you keep it to yourself. Don't advertise ahead of time. Don't put your healing on show. Fuse your magic first before you share it with anyone. Embrace the transition that you are on, what is happening. Because right now you are refining your galactic lineage, okay? And Spirit says they see the courage in you and how courageous you are. And even though it has felt incredibly hard, you are still powering through, okay? New consciousness as well. A lot of solar energy. A lot of downloads. A lot of new beginnings. Yeah, and enlightenment. Oh, they're all coming out, and compassion. So, because of the role that you have for your bloodline, how can I explain this? This is a lot. Certain works you're working on, like I said, keep secret until you are ready to release it to the world. Don't advertise prematurely, because sometimes you do have that copycat monitoring spirit energy that will see an idea, and if they have a strong team around them, they will push out what you're doing quicker than you can, right? So they'll get wind of what your principles are, or whatever business it is that you're trying to create, whether it's a course, whether it's this or that, and they'll take the concepts, they'll take some of the ideas if you're showing it, and then they will put it out in the world quicker than you can, and then you're going to be felt like you've been robbed, okay? So Spirit is saying, whatever you're building, do it like how a seed is. Just do it underground, do it quietly, and then when it starts to sprout, it will blossom, is what I'm hearing. And this may not just be business, this just may be life in general. Whatever you're working on, your spiritual development, whatever it is, just allow it to blossom in its own time. There is no rush. And sometimes these energies want us to be in this rushed pace where we're not thinking about ourselves. You know, we're not pushing. We're pushing for the wrong agenda, basically. So work on you and know that it's going to take time. But the care and the nurture, the compassion that you put into it, the courage you put into it, everything has its season to blossom, and you are going to blossom, okay? So guys, listen, this has been like, oh my God, an hour. I was not expecting that today. I hope this message does resonate with you. I hope it makes sense to you. Please do like, subscribe and share if it resonates. Hit that like button as well. And if you're feeling like this is really talking to you, just put 222 in the comments, because this is a very powerful read. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you until next time, guys. Bye. Thank you for entering the Temple of Lulu Mystique. If something resonated, let it rest in your spirit. Like, comment and subscribe if you feel called, and share this with someone whose soul is ready to remember. And now breathe with me. I am held, time, come holy, come hood, just come real as you are. Peace.